Our school looks like any other, but it's not. Geneva Classical Academy is a place that provides students with a uniquely classical and distinctively Christian education. Based on the proven teaching methods of the ancient Greeks and Romans, Geneva students excel through a variety of interactive learning opportunities.
Earlier of early. Verb was what? Happy. Verify the adjective. Happy.
Classical Christian education is about recognizing that we come from somewhere. We have a heritage that shaped the way we think, the way we view the world, the way we think about the people around us.
Everything's very interrelated, so science and history and math, those are all taught not as separate subjects, but as subjects that flow together.
We want students who can think deeply and who want to think deeply.
I think a great classical education targets the whole person. So you're focusing not just on the head and knowledge, but you're focusing on equipping children with different aspects and different skills.
The curriculum at Geneva is based on the trivium, a teaching style which takes advantage of children's natural abilities to maximize their learning. The trivium consists of 3 phases. The grammar phase allows students to use their natural memorization abilities to absorb great amounts of foundational knowledge.
It's just been proven so many times that repetition, especially with the younger children, it helps them. It helps them to learn and to memorize things, and that's what they need at this age.
They learn their phonograms, which is their aspects of reading, their grammar rules and writing, 2 chants, 2 songs.
Singing is a very important part of our methodology. Chanting, things that help students to remember facts.
We put it to rhyme, we put it to dances, we stomp, we snap, we clap.
Kids love to sing when they're young. They love it. My daughter comes home and she can sing to me about the different levels of the rainforest because she's learned it in song.
Once you get to upper campus, it's kind of easier because you have had all of that, and so you know it by heart. And then when you get up here, all the little gibbety facts are in one song so that you can spit it back in pretty much every class.
And even though they might not sometimes comprehend what the adverb jingle is about in 1st grade, when they get into 3rd grade, 2nd grade, and they're actually using an adverb, they've got that jingle back there, it doesn't leave.
With our grammar students, they begin Latin in 3rd grade. That is the basis of a lot of our grammar.
It's really cool how most of our English words come from Latin words. Like, for example, one of my words this week is alienus. It means strange, we get alien from it, obviously.
There's nothing really like Latin that opens the doors to the way in which literature, which politics, which history all go hand in hand with each other. Caesar's discussion of his wars in Gaul, he wrote about that. He wrote about it in Latin. We can go back and read it in the original language.
My major in college was molecular biology, so all the scientific nomenclature is based on Latin. And I never had Latin going into college. And there were people who were in my classes who had a Latin background in school, and they excelled, and it was easy for them, and I struggled.
Fidem meam obligo rotilo, civitatium Americae voi deritarum, et rebubicae proquastat.
Uni nationi, Deo ducente, non dividendi, cum libertate, justitiaque omnibus.
The dialectic phase builds on the knowledge and information the children have previously learned. This enables students to draw on their natural curiosity and developing capacity to arrange their thoughts in rational and meaningful ways.
And that's where we begin to develop the tools of reasoning and thinking critically.
They're at an age in middle schoolers where they just automatically question everything.
Before they were learning just the facts, now they're learning the relationships of things.
They're asked to think about it. They're asked to ponder, where does it fit within their worldview? Is it consistent with a Christian worldview?
It teaches them how to reason and debate and communicate well. We didn't find that in any of the other educational models we explored.
We're trying to teach them how to articulate themselves well, to ask the right questions, and so they will understand what they know and why they know it.
We wanted them to be able to learn comprehensively to enjoy learning and to learn how to seek the answers for themselves. And that's what we found at Geneva.
The rhetoric phase takes what they have learned in the first two phases and gives the student an opportunity to express what they now understand in the most compelling manner possible. It challenges students to learn the science of communication and the art of expression.
We take all of the information, we take the tools of reasoning that we've developed, the logic and so forth, the critical thinking skills, and we begin to really put those into practice, and we begin to learn to be winsome, to be rhetoricians.
Logic, literature, and Bible, and we kind of put all those three things together to learn how to defend the faith. And I think that it'll be beneficial when I'm dealing with, I guess, atheists, you would call them, or Buddhists or Muslims, and not be offended by them, but to rather discuss with them.
We want students that are able to analyze, to able to think, to able to evaluate in light of Scripture, to have a Christian worldview, but to be able to use that ability to think and to be thinking critically to engage culture.
You often have a Bible class and you do have Christian education, but it's not necessarily taught as an integral part of each subject. And in classical Christian education it is.
Our math teacher, he loves telling us not only here's the math, here's what it is, but isn't God awesome because of all the order, and he gets so excited. He's like, this math problem is perfect because God made it, and he made the order and he gave us the knowledge to figure it out.
When we're looking at mathematics and science and literature, etc., everything fits under the rubric of Jesus has dominion over everything. And so that helps our children prepare for life.
Art has a very important role in our school. We do have a fine arts program, we have theater, and we have visual arts.
You know, God is our creator, and therefore we are his creation, and therefore we are creative, and we can create. And so for one student it might be their ability to write. For another it might be their ability to express that through illustration.
I know personally as a teacher, my desire is to tap into that God-given ability of that creative attributes that God gives those students and to help them blossom.
The teachers are wonderful. They want you to be involved in your child's education. We're able to be in the classroom a lot and participate.
They're just caring. I mean, they love each child and they know each child on an individual basis. The kids aren't just numbers.
To love, to want to know what's true, to love to be discerning, ultimately to love God and to want to honor and serve him because of what he has revealed to us about himself in this world. There's no higher honor for me. It's something that I just love to do.
I love our teachers. They're always really ready and willing to help us when we don't understand. They love when we don't get stuff because it just gives them more of an opportunity to help us learn.
The highlight of my day is always that aha moment when the student finally says, oh, I get it, for the first time.
I can actually have a relationship with my teachers. I can see them at church. I can actually go to lunch with them if I want.
It is our goal, it's our desire to nurture that child, to develop that child. It may be simply by giving them a big hug and smile when they come through the door.
Geneva truly is a huge family, and I know that each teacher has had my child's best interests at heart.
We want to be examples of Christ for our students, and every day, one child, one day at a time, we work towards growing that child's heart.
Geneva students are prepared to move off to college. They're prepared to succeed. They've been really given a leg up over most of their peers.
We want our students to be able to engage the world and hopefully change it.
Putting your child at Geneva makes your child a more adjusted, more well-rounded person. It really will give your child the opportunity to be prepared for the future. It will create in your child a sense of leadership, a sense of security, a sense of self, an absolutely vast depth of knowledge.
Excellent students for us would be students who love to learn, who have a passion for learning, who see learning as a lifestyle, as something that they intend to do when they move on from here. It's not something they simply are doing in order to move to their next place in formal education, but something bigger than that, something that they realize how their thinking shapes their lives and how what they believe shapes their lives.
The reason why we choose Geneva Academy is because we love the curriculum, because we love the faculty, we love the board, the staff. We think that there is a spirit of joy amongst the faculty.
When they are grown, they will know how to do things for themselves. They will know how to seek the answers through the Bible and through other sources. They will know where to look for the information, and they will know what to do with it once they have it because of what they're being taught at Geneva.